The AHEDC, the Allegheny Highlands Economic Development Corporation Board of Directors, met on Monday. We are moving forward with the business plan recommendations from Hunton and Timmons, namely looking at a complete revamping of the existing content that is on the EDC's website as far as making it look more like other economic development websites, having better linkages back to the EDP, as well as the regional partnership and other things, and just having more synergy with that. And also moving forward with a much more robust marketing program, especially as we look into having product available for marketing, whether it's a pad-ready site or things going on Main Street, XYZ, with just listing available product in a much more user-friendly and filter, searchable kind of way, and just how we're expanding our reach instead of being passive, being proactive. IDA meetings, the Industrial Development Authority, has now had 2 meetings in the month of, well, 1 meeting late February, 1 meeting last week, and it has approved its application that it submitted for Project Sparkle for actual transfer of the property. And then they also accepted the transfer of Rivermont property for redevelopment by Landmark as part of its housing application to Virginia Housing Development Authority. So that was recorded at the courthouse on Monday. So they now have Rivermont School. So hopefully that will continue to move forward. Landmark Development will be submitting their application to Virginia Housing Development Authority on Monday of next week. Historic Main Street Revitalization Planning Grant. As many of you know, the community survey was completed. We actually had over 222 responses. That's the most that we've had with any community survey since we've kind of really started doing surveys here in the last 1.5 to 2 years. Head Down Strategies will be here to present to council next month the results. So you all will get an opportunity to put a name to the face of the company, face to the name of the company. There we go. And we're also working to formally schedule the Community Summit, which will be the actual community input breakout sessions that we'll have as far as like little mini focus groups with members of the grant management team and Head Down Strategies. We are targeting April 29th. That's a Thursday in the evening. Mayor's very pleased that we're not doing it on a Saturday, as am I, but we are doing it on a Thursday, and we will be providing food, and we are looking to host it hopefully at Covington High School to accommodate folks and have breakout sessions and really do a lot of learning of what's to come. We're very excited for this, and we will have more public information become available as we get closer to that date. With the Jackson Street grant, we're closing out the planning grant officially, and we are working to submit the community improvement grant through CHA assistance. Rayon Bridge, the state of good repair application, the final submission is complete. We did our initial submission and it went through a district office review, then it went through a central office review. During those reviews, they look at what was provided as far as preliminary design work, the pre-scoping report, cost estimates. As you all were aware, you received an initial report, which listed the total replacement at $8.4 million. When the district office reviewed it, the cost went up because they have sort of a black box of how they plug in the figures. It's just like length times width times whatever, and it chucks out a number. And as did central office. We then received a revised cost from VDOT beyond what our comprehensive estimate was from, originally we were at 8.4. The state has now estimated the replacement to be $11.1 million. 11.1 for total replacement. And this was received from the district office as well as with assurance from the central office that if that was the figure received, that is the figure that we should submit. This covered easements, utilities, design, engineering, construction, inflation. As you all know, inspection materials have increased, construction materials have increased exponentially recently. So the revised cost of $11.1 million from the original Timmons comprehensive estimate of 8.4 was strongly encouraged by VDOT verbally and in writing. So that is what went forward. So we're waiting to hear back. Joint service efforts. There's continued discussion on the shared services agreement between the city and county, working on kind of and closing all of those shared services that we have into a special fund, hopefully, and just ironing out funding levels and taking everything through the normal budget process so we don't ever get to situations where jointly funded services exceed their budgeted amounts that they're coming to the localities throughout the year. Also, a working group on assessing ways to better manage housing at our regional jail is being formed. The first meeting for this group is slated for April 2nd. Thank Mr. Lanford for scheduling a meeting on Good Friday. Very happy about that.
Amen.
Amen. COVID and CARES. The city continues to participate in the Roanoke County Allegheny Health District weekly calls regarding COVID in the health district. Namely, right now, as you all are aware, the focus has really shifted to vaccination and just making sure that, we continue to push out the same information of the positive behaviors, social distancing, hand washing, all that. There is new CDC guidelines out, but the Virginia Department of Health has not updated any of their guidelines. Preliminary figures are emerging with regards to additional CARES allocations in the latest COVID stimulus package. The city could be looking at substantial disbursement, more than what our initial allocations were. As you all recall, we in total received last fiscal year $834,000. We could be looking at quite a bit more than that, and there'll be more to come on that, which we're excited to get some money and put it to use for all the business process changes and potentially some community programs impacted through COVID. Any questions?
All right.